Hi, this is Ravi. I'm the Python trainer, and we have a small introduction about the Python, how it is, what it is, and where we can apply all such things. We are going to discuss now. Okay, yeah. These are the languages we do have majorly. Most popular coding languages of the 2015. From that, we have the just update. Here, if we observe it clearly, what about the C++, Ruby, JavaScript and all? Python comes at 31% mostly. And, just what is the Python? Python is a programming language that lets you work quickly and integrate systems more effectively. For example, if you take a system, the system is having many processes. It will make those processes to be very fast and it integrates into the whole system very effectively. Then the system will work very effectively. For example, if you take the automotive industry, in that industry, there are many components to work very effectively, because now if you take the artificial intelligence, there every part should have very high intelligence to interact with the real world, how it is. All such are happening with the, when such to be happen, when all the process, internal process to be very effective, then only whole system will be mm, works very effectively. So such artificial intelligence, all the Python is a programming language which we can develop. And if you see about the logo of the Python, it is the logo and the features. It is a free and open source software. It is very powerful, reliable. It is fast in execution and implementation. It plays well with other programming languages like C. If we take C with Python, it is Python, or someone will call C Python. .NET with Python as Iron Python. Java along with Python is Jython, like such. And C++ interface with Python is a Boost Python, like such. And it runs everywhere, that is cross-platform. Many of the OS, the Python is the inbuilt one. For example, if you say a hardware to be run very effectively, we can easily say the Python is a programming language which can effectively deal with the hardware. So if a system is not at all working and to be kept aside, if we want to work it very effectively, then we can make it by using Python. Why? Why? Because it is having that many packages, near about 75,000 packages it is supporting as of now, and each and every domain is having the specific modules and the packages. So as it is having all such, so it is there is a possibility to develop or to do the things all such by using the Python. For example, if you take the admin, IT admin person, if you take the manually, his work is a lot, but we can make all such to be very simplified. If you take a admin person need to create 100 users, how much time it will take? For example, if we apply the Python like programming language, it will be very simple with the 3 lines of code. Like such, a Python will be making the things very simple, and it is very user friendly with very simple syntaxes. For example, if I take the C++, I just want to create a function to add the two numbers or multiply two numbers. It might take, it not might take, it will surely take at most 8 to 10 lines. But coming to the Python, whichever in my mind, I just put that, then I am going to get whichever I am expecting. For example, if I take print 2 plus 3, it is going to give the absolute output whichever you are expecting. There is no syntaxes. I just, in my mind, I just want to print two numbers sum, so I am going to get that. That is what. So if you ask me, as I am with Python from most about 6 to 7 years, I can say if something in my mind, I just put those in a one paragraphic matter, with a high level language like English, and then I will just put some syntaxes with some calculations. It will become a Python programming language. That's how I can define. If you even see the code, it will be that simple. But though, so it is quite good. It is very simple. Then how the complexity, whether it is able to deal with such complexity? Yes, it has been originated in the 1989 If I am correct, it is 1989. Then from that till 1991, there is no much development. From that onwards, it developed with the OOPS concepts, and from then it is supporting the OOPS concepts. It is able to deal with a huge amount of the complexity. So we can say Python is able to deal with the complexity with simple syntaxes. So these things make the people to learn the language very effectively, very fastly, and implement in the complex situations even if it is required. And because of all such things, such flexibilities which it is which it is having, so there are many frameworks are coming up like bottle, pyramid, all such frameworks are coming. For example, if you take the bottle framework, then we can do many things with that. For example, if you take the Django framework, we can develop the robust websites. Like if you take the Facebook, it is a website. Then if you take the e-commerce website, yes, like Amazon website itself. All such websites should be developed by using the Django framework. It is very robust and it is supporting the pyramid. All such are the frameworks, and the only the best language which the automotive industries are preferring nowadays is only Python. What about the automotive? What they are going to use and all? For example, if any development to be happen, we can validate all such things by using the validation scripts. The authentication and the solutions and the results it is providing the automotive industry is huge. So we can say, for example, there is a one great scientist who has told that there is million lines of codes are there in the cars. For example, if you take the motorbike, what is the technology that is going to come? Artificial intelligence. If you think about the artificial intelligence, everything is happening there, and it is going to understand everything and be because of the image processing, all such things. So how all such image processing, all such results, we need to validate all such things. Then Python is the best language which can support all such things, which can support many of the hardwares. There is no many hardware limitations have been overcome by the Python. So it is becoming a major programming language to be useful in those situations, to make it very flexible. And then if you coming to the major companies like Google, then Facebook, Flipkart, Amazon, all the startup companies in India, especially the major countries, are coming up with the startups. In those startups, what is the best? What is the not best? The only language which they are preferring is Python because of its flexibility and the advantages which it is availing. So it make the best language to adopt for all such people. Then if you go for the admin guys, they are going to use only the Python, all such things. Then if you take how about the education system, even acquiring the Python as the best language for them. For example, even the Indian government has introduced this in the plus two Python. So that is the advantage we do have. Many foreign universities they are making it as an option because of the flexibility and the advantages which it is acquiring. Why I am putting all such things is it is having so much scope. So the best language which it is why it is preferring. For example, if you take the R is a programming language where we can do many statistical things, analysis, analytical, and very interactive to deal with the whole and the huge data. Then coming to the Python, whether Python is supporting all the features which are available in programming languages like R, yes, absolutely it is providing all such things. We can make the graphs by using the PyPlot and the PyLab modules. Then if you come to the dealing with the Excel data, then we do have the module like pandas. Not only with the manual things, so we can do with importing all such libraries of the modules, libraries. These are the nomenclature which to be used simultaneously and like such. And coming to the scientific calculations also to be possible by using the Python. Then these are all the major features that it is providing. If you go, then there is a it is having very less lines of code when compared to other languages like C, C++, Java. Then there is a dynamic name resolution, late binding when method and the variable names during the program. How it is, how what it is exactly happening. If you take, if you concern about that, then if a variable to be assigned once, then it will be a tag to be created for that. Then if one more variable to be coming for that, then the memory to be assigned only once for the both the variables, so it is going to access both. Then if you come up with the list, like all such features to be applicable, then how the memory to be allocated in the Python. Yes, the memory allocation in the Python is the dynamic. There is a Python private memory heap which to be allocating the memory some at the time of the execution itself. So it is going to use the whole memory of the RAM. So there is no flexibility, and there is no thing that you need to assign for that. This is the memory that you should use. No, not like such. If the uh, so if we are making the systems to be scalable, then we are able to access all such RAM memory into our whichever the present program we are executing. So that scalability is having the future as a future for the Python itself. All such are available. Then if you go somehow in depth, then what about its it supports multi-paradigm. What is multi-paradigm? If you take the zoology, is we need to study the cell. If you take the in the artificial intelligence, we need to prepare the mind. How all such things to be happening. Then if you go for the meteorological department, yes, we need to study the temperature, everything, all such calculations to be done by using the Python. We can do all such things. Even there is a data analysis, there is a huge amount of processes happening in the market about the data mining, how we mine the data, how we process the big data, all such things. Python is a language which can make all such data to be analytical and process all such things. For example, if you take the statistics, there is a calculation of the mean, standard deviation as a very basic examples. Yes, we can do all such things by using a module called NumPy. If you take the normally memory, if it does take 440 440 MB of or else 440 bytes of the data, then if you use the NumPy, it is going to reduce to 40. See the memory, see the memory how we are reducing. Then whenever we reduce the memory consumption, then it is automatically saying that we are using the memory effectively. Then obviously the productivity will be more and the efficiency will be very high. All such features it is acquiring. Then it is a object oriented. It will support some OOPS concepts like classes, inheritance, all such things. But polymorphism is not very well supported. But we can do the operation of that by using the Python itself. Then we do have the multiple inheritance. Then the only thing what we do is very human interactive. By just importing all such things, we are going to get everything. Then it is very imperative. What is the imperative? Yes, if whichever in my mind, I just want to get that. I am getting that by using the simple statements. That is what I am going to do. All such things are happening by using the Python. So for example, I just want to have some calculation, how it is going to get that. For example, some multiplication. If you take the very basic example, yes, a into b, I just want to have that. If I declare those two variables to be, if I do have that, then just print a into b, then I'm going to get that. That is nothing but the imperative. Then if we go for the functional programming, yes, it supports a different. Yeah, it supports a functional programming. For example, if you take yes, lambda is an inbuilt function, which from that we can derive the concepts like map, reduce, all such things. Yes, we are able to get all such things. Then what is a reduce is going to have? Then if I do have the calculation of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, then I am going to get that by using 1 to 10, how much the sum it is going to get by using the function called reduce. It is to be derived from the inbuilt anonymous function, that is lambda. Then if you go for the map, if I do want to do some operation, then I will just use the map concepts, all such things, or the functional programming things. Then if you go for the iterator is a one more functional programming concept. It will support like these are very simple syntax. If I just have a list of different data, I just want to have one at a time. I just use the iterator concept in Python. I will just get. For example, we if we discuss that in the real time, like if you go for the Amazon website, then I just want to see the items one by one. So how come it is coming? If I just click next, it is going to come. What is the operation behind that? The operation behind that is nothing but the iterator. Yes, we are able to get that. Then decorator. What is decorator? Decorator is the one more function. How it is going to work? Yes. For example, if I do have a chocolate, whether I if I give the chocolate directly to a person, whether it is to be that much good, no. If I wrap that with a very good paper, if then I will give, how come it will be? For example, if I take the chocolate is one function and adding that wrapping with a very nice paper is one more function. I am adding the additional functionality to the function. Then it became very nice to see. Like such, we can use by using the concept like decorator, then generator. The generator is mostly similar to decorator itself. No, sorry, it is about the iterator. Yes, we are able to get all such things. It is going to generate the data, then it is going to provide the information of the one by one as iterator is doing. Then, yes, it is having the procedural styles. Yes, it has file extensions like .py, .pyc, .pyd, .pyo. All these are the extensions. Mostly .py is the extension to be used, and whenever the code to be saved as .py, it is a Python file. Then we are saying that Python is fast. How it is? Yes, whenever you generate a file by .py extension, then it is going to generate by itself .pyc file. Then what is the process happening at there? The .py file is a high level Python programming file which is to be executed. Then it is going to generate the .pyc file which is a compiler based. That means the bytecode to be generated. Then the execution will be from the bytecode itself, not from the Python code. So what is happening? From Python to bytecode conversion, from bytecode to the execution will be happen. So now after the generation of .pyc file, what is happening is only the bytecode to be executed. So the execution time from the Python file to the generation of the bytecode file has been not there. That is what it is exactly happening. Then it is going to be faster because we have reduced the process of execution of the high level programming language. Then it supports the extensive library support. It is having a large standard library. It is a very best strength of the Python. It is ever growing. It is having a very good end team of developing very nicely, and still the packages are ever emerging and adding into that. So it is making the flexibility to do the things in the different areas. Meteorological area, yes, I am the language which you can take and then you can adapt. Like if I do want the some statistical analysis, yes, you can take by using the scipy and the numpy modules. And if I do want to deal with the data hues like csv file, excel file, yes, I can do all such things by using a normal process is there as well. There is a one more process that is nothing but Pandas library for internet facing application. A large number of the standard formats and the protocols are supported. The NumPy, SciPy, Matplotlib for the scientific computing, which we have discussed earlier. Pandas for easy to use data structures and the data analysis tools. Then BioPython and Astropy provide the domain functionality. All such things Python is supporting. And if you go somehow internal things, the important modules which Python are supporting or to create the graphical user interfaces connecting to relational databases, pseudo-random number generators, yes, arithmetic with arbitrary precision decimals, manipulating the regular expression and doing unit testing for other purposes as well. Then what about these regular expressions? Yes, if you are aware of the Perl Python programming, it is one of the programming languages before Python. Now Python has been replaced mostly the Perl. Then why the Perl has been so much demand just before 5 years? Yes, it is having a very good features which supports the regular expression like all the Linux commands like awk are programming very advanced, and sed, then grep, all such functionalities to be directly accessible in the Perl. So it is having very good features. Then what about our Python? Yes, Python is supporting all such things. It is having a very good regular expression support. If we just import the module RE and whichever the terminologies which has been there in other languages like Perl, all such regular expression concepts are available in Python as well. Then we can do the unit testing. If something, for example, if you take automotive domain industry, because it is very we are daily seeing the many things, all such things, so we can just explore more into that. Yes, what is happening there? Unit testing. Yes, if the functionality, if a camera is there, then it is detecting an image, then what are all the images it is going to come later, whether all such is exactly coming which the developer has been developed. Yes, we are going to test that by using testing by using a programming language that we do have Python. Then there are many other purposes as well. Then if we do want to generate a list of numbers, for example 0 to 100, how it is to be in the other languages like C++, we do need to iterate over the things and then we need to generate. Then what about Python? It will have a only one word range, which is supporting in 2.7 version. Now in the 3.7 version, recently they have changed it to the X range. What is the difference between range and X range? If you take the range, it is going to have the memory allocated for example, range of 0 to 10. Then it is going to allocate for 0, 1, 2, 3 till 10. Then coming to the X range, you are going to use only one of the number from the range, right? Then the memory to be allocated for the only number which you are going to use. That is the only one. So that is what it is happening. So we can use the X range to have the very effective memory utilization, as well as to reduce so much code which need to be there in the other programming languages like C++. Those are all the very good advantages that it is having. Then, because most of the standard library platform Python code, there are only a few that must be altered or completely rewritten, alternative implementation. For example, if you do have a different ones, then if you do want to implement all such things, you don't need to generate the new one. You just need to have one some modifications. For example, if you take the apps in the mobiles, there are many apps, right? So what is going to happen now? What is the real thing? Yes, if you take the apps in the mobile, we are very interested even to remove the app as well as to download again and then do the things. That's how fast we are. Whether it is possible with the other programming languages like C, C++, no, not at all. Yes, it is to be possible by using the Python. Yes, if there is an additional feature to be happen, then yes, we can freeze still what is the application and then we are going to update that with the additional features. Then it is going to be accessible to others. Then if you go somehow in depth, then Python package index, it is the official repository of the third party for Python, contains more than 72,000 packages offering a wide range of functionality, including graphical user interfaces, web framework, multimedia, databases, networking, and communications, test framework, automation and scrapping, documentation tools, system administration, scientific computing, text processing. All such things are to be available here. Then major Python implementation, Jython, which we have discussed earlier, Java with Python, Iron Python, Python on .NET, or Python, Pyjamas, Python with JavaScript, C Python, C with Python, PyPy. Python influenced the other languages like Cobra, JavaScript, Ruby, etc. Then advantages of the benefits. It is a system application development. Yes, we can use the Python. Developing web applications using Bottle, Flask, Pyramid, and the Django. Automation of the system and web applications for scripting the admin related tasks which we have discussed earlier. For running the different languages like C, C++, Java, we can run. Yes, if there is a development has been happened by using the other languages. Yes, if you just want to improve somehow, how? Yes, Python is a language which can adapt all this code into this and then it will integrate all the other things. That is how you can say. Then what are the IDEs we do have? Yes, IDE, it is very interactive. IDE which we can test unit testing like how the code to be done. It is giving to it is a very interactive thing which we are going to get and then we can apply all the things in the real time where we are going to have. Then Python, very most useful thing in the industries. Eclipse with PyDev, then WingID, Eric, Komodo, BPython, all such other things. Okay, important Python. Concepts, yes, data structures, list, tuple, dictionary, sets, etc. Yes, many people say Python is a simple language. Whether it is true? No, no, not at all. Because, for example, if you take Python data structures, it is supporting the data structures like list, tuple, dictionaries. Then these are having the different functionalities. The list is the ordered one, then the dictionary is the unordered, then the tuple is the ordered one. Then why the dictionary is ordered, then it became how to make it ordered by using order dict from the collections module. We are having the different module like collection. If there is a number of different values are there, if I just want the count of all the same values, there is a counter of the order dict, then we are going to get all such things. If you do want in a specific line a specific things, then we can use the ordered dictionary along with the excel sheets. And there are those are all the different applications we do have. Then we have discussed lambda, map, reduce, filter, all such. Then list and the dictionary comprehensions. What is the comprehension? Yes, I just want to iterate out the array. Array at here, for example, if you take the list, yes, we can go through the whole list or the array by using to I just want to do the some calculations in the whole data which that data structure particularly the list is concerned of. Then I do have all such within a list, the calculation, the data, everything. I am going to get everything in the list itself. Then if you go for the dictionary, key value store, dictionary is nothing but key value store. Key we can use string, tuple, all such which are immutable ones. Then values we can use list, a value, string, anything to be used, both mutable as well as immutable. Are you? Yeah, I will explain more about what is mutable, which are the data structures which we are going to change later when once it got originated. That is nothing but mutable one. Immutable, for example, the tuple which we cannot change once we originate it, that is nothing but tuple. And yeah, as I have mentioned, list and the dictionary are the mutable ones. Yes, there is the concepts like iterator, generator, decorators, all such things. Then what about the ranking of the Python? We can see the real things. Yes, we have discussed so much what are the domains where we can use and what are the advantages, what are the futures, how it is developing very extensively compared to the other programming languages. There is a huge demand for the market in the market about the Python. Many are adopting, many startups are adopting. How all the things, then we are going to see really what else. I will show you that as well. Then coming to the Python, the ranking of that is 7 con 6 7 23. It is consistently maintaining its status. That is what Python is. Then go to the top job postings. If you take the Python, it is having 427 in the 2013, then 594 in the 2014. Coming to the 2015, it is having 5,981. That is, there is approximately 10 times increase in the jobs. That is what it is really happening. Then if you take the one more statistics, Python is continuously maintaining the first. It is almost replaced the Perl shell like technologies. Not shell, Perl. It has been mostly replaced. Many are adopting towards Python. Then what about the top companies using Python? Yes, as we have discussed, Google, EMC Square, Yahoo, eBay, Cisco, Cloudera, IBM, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, and Hortonworks, Oracle, NASA, all such organizations are using Python. This is what the market of the Python. Then it's yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.